Today's maintenance valet is a Porsche Macan. Pretty much just going to get all the standard stuff that it has on a fortnightly basis, but in today's video we're going to be focusing more on how we actually clean the interior opposed to the outside. So if we can get some music and a little bit of snow time. That's the outside of the Macan done. We're just going to let any drips from like the bumpers, any little grille pinches, the wing mirrors, they're just going to drip out while we clean the interior. And then once we've done that, we'll go back and wipe them off with a little bit of quick detailer, just to avoid the water spots. But for now, let's take a look at what we do for the inside. Get down right down this little gap. Sometimes you just get a cloth, wedge it in between the carpet and the rail, and then slide it out. You get loads of little bits of dust that come out. There we go. Although this car's done on a regular basis, there is still stuff that falls down there, obviously on a regular basis. So we do that pretty much every time. Using the stiffer brush, going to apply pressure on the seat and brush out any dust that's falling in the seams of the seat, and then we'll hoover it up. Want to pour it. All of the interior's been hoovered. Now we're just going to wipe it all down. So just pretty much starting with the dashboard, working from the tops to the bottoms. Pretty simple stuff. In here we've got a weak dilution of leather cleaner, just because the majority of this interior is leather. It is also safe to use on these plastics. So rather than carrying two bottles around, we just carry the one. Makes life a little bit simpler. You can just get into all the little nooks and crannies, like flossing just in this little gap here in the dashboard, wiping around the vents. We'll avoid that screen for now. We've also got this little brush, more specifically used for leathers. We've got a few of them. This is just one that we use for cleaning out the patterns on the pedals and just along the door, the interior kick plates as well. the safe side, we're going to use a completely separate cloth for the pedals, because obviously that's an area where there's going to be a lot of dirt and potential to carry other dirt around the car that may end up on super soft trims or anything shiny, and it may lead to scratches. So generally what we do is we'll clean the pedals and then leave the cloth on the pedals, just to make sure that we don't use that cloth again anywhere else in the car. Next up, it's time to clean the mats. So what we're going to do is just give them a quick hoover over, and a light spray of all-purpose cleaner, hoover them again, and then put some stripes on them. That's the Porsche Macan maintenance valet complete, and now we just have to pack up and on to the next job. So we'll see you there. This afternoon's valet will be a silver valet on a VW up. I can see it just out there, but you can't. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. There's a lot of sand in the carpet, there's a lot of green around the sills, so let's go have a look at it now. Probably don't want to see me dry all of that, so we'll come back in a minute. It's dried. Yeah, it's dried. So as you can see, there is literally piles and piles of sand in here. It's never quite a fun job to get it out, but that's what we're here to do, so that's what we are going to do. You can see it, oh, when it focuses. There's literally clumps of mud all down the sides there. There's a mixture of light dog hair in here as well. I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's quite a sort of rough carpet, so it tends to hold on to all the little bits of dirt, the sand, the little bits of grass. So here we go. We're just going to start it by coming in here with the hoover, getting up as much as we possibly can. A bit of music to cover up the noise of the hoover. Hoovering's done, and we've been through with the air compressor, blown out all the little nooks and crannies for all the sand and the dog fur. Now we're just going to go around with an APC, going to spray on the carpet, scrub the carpets up so that they get another little bit of a clean. Go along all the wipe down all the rubbers. The interior kick plates, they may need a little bit of a scrubbing up with a soft leather brush like this one, always ready to hand. So here we go. Still only part way through. All of the sand's now out of the carpets. The seat rails have been pre-wiped, they're not quite finished. But we're going to go over and get these lighter little bits of dust off just before it goes out. And as you can see, just down this gap, if we can focus, is now clean. So all down the sides of the seats have been done. In the rails have been done as well, because there was a hell of a lot of sand in there.